listening to Average Joe's Chess, a chess podcast made by average chess players, but exceptional lovers.
We're gonna make love to you. Average Joe's Chess. We're gonna make love to you. Average Joe's Chess.
It's not your usual setup, is it? I'm seeing superheroes on the bedroom wall. Is that your big brother's room?
This is my 30-year-old brother's bedroom with Wolverine and Iron Man plastered all over it. I mean, we take the piss, but have you ever seen my dad's bedroom with SpongeBob and Patrick breaking through the wall? It's a beautiful
I've seen his
poster.
pants and his socks with SpongeBob on them. So,
He's a very dedicated SpongeBob fan. How he's not ended up on a register of some sort, I'd have no idea.
Is that a floor drobe as well, I'm seeing?
Oh, what? Sorry.
A floor drobe.
What's a floor job?
You know, all your clothes on the floor.
Yeah, sorry, it's my first time hearing that term, but it really relates to me. I like that. It's sadly, yeah, it's a bit of a mess. It's it's pretty awful. But shall we get into the podcast now?
Oh, it's episode 11.
Episode 11, man. Honestly, I'm feeling much better with everyone.
Double
I listened back
figures.
I listened back to episode 1 the other day. It's fucking horrible.
I wasn't even listening to episode 1 like while you were talking to me, was I? I was just ignoring you.
I know, and I feel like we're just gonna kind of pick up where we left off from that one.
Should we do that?
Let's go for it. What we got planned for today, Al?
Okay, what we got planned? Well, we can do our just the usual stuff. And one of our listeners suggested that we do, what's it called? That thing? You know...
Would you rather?
Would you rather? That's the one. Yeah, one of our listeners.
I like how you keep saying one of our listeners as if it wasn't
your
my
mum.
It was.
It was your mum. But she listens.
She listens.
So, yeah, it was your mum. But, yeah, so we're going to do a bit of that. We're going to chat about... We're just going to chat about stuff, aren't we?
I love that. I mean, we've got the Women's World Championship going on at the moment as well, so it'd be good to cover that.
We're going to have a mention of that. And, yeah, man. And then people are going to finish listening and they're going to rate the podcast. They're going to follow the podcast.
Al, I think people have already finished listening.
I think you're not wrong, Joe. But first... While we still have those odd few people listening, what have you been up to this week?
So,
Have you actually frozen?
No. we did just lose internet, we should explain to everyone, but we're back now. I went to Alton Towers. For anyone who doesn't live in the UK, who doesn't know what that is, it's where all the big theme parks are. No, where all the big... Fuck off. Al, let's do it again. Right.
No,
Take
keep it
3.
in.
All right, carry on. Oh, man, this is awful. So, it's where all the big roller coasters are. It is a theme park. It's where all the roller coasters
all the big
are.
theme parks.
All the big theme parks are there. And, so my college goes down there every year, takes all the students, and so we took the students down, and I'm just shocking with rides. I've never been a big roller coaster guy, but I thought I'd commit to it, paid 50 quid for Fast Track for all the biggest rides with my friends, and I almost died, man. It was horrible. It was really the worst experience of my life. I'm not an adrenaline junkie in the slightest. Like, I think you're the same, innit? I know whenever we fly or we're on a plane or something like that, me and you're at the back popping Gaviscon and just kind of having a little bit of a cry.
Fucking internet. I lost you again then. What an episode this is for the listeners. They're fucking flying here as well. Get out!
We just need to persevere, Al. You can't buy professionalism.
Out!
Right, so I'm just going to kind of waffle while Al is fighting a fly in his studio. Right, you back,
sorry
Al?
about that. Yeah, there was a blue bottle.
Shall we just crack on? It'll be the worst episode we've done, but it might also be a bit funny for people to listen back to and just think, how have these guys got the 8th biggest chess podcast in the world?
When you edit it, I'll let you decide what you do.
Yeah, I like how you think I take that much pride in my edit. I'm just sticking it out. So what have you been up to, Al?
Now, hold on, Joe. So you told me at the start that you lost your... I don't know if this has been left in now or not, but you lost your roller coaster virginity.
That is true. I didn't get fingered on a roller coaster. That was me saying that. Sorry, that was just me saying
something completely different.
No. Sadly not.
I'm
It's,
disappointed now.
No, I lost that one years ago. It was, but no, it was, it was a good time, to be fair. Also reminds me of the only other roller coaster I went on was when I went to Drayton Manor with Luca and my dad. And we queued up for hours for this ride called Spinning Sombreros. And when we got off, Dad's eyes are just bloodshot massively. He's like falling all over the place. He's like, you didn't tell me it fucking spun. I was like, Dad, it's called Spinning Sombreros. Like, we didn't think we'd have to explain it to you.
Oh, man.
But
you know
what
what?
have you been up to?
If you had told me you were doing this Alton Towers Day Out, I could have set you a challenge rather than that shit one I set you. I could have set you a challenge to play bullet chess on a roller coaster or something.
They confiscated my bloody phone off me. They said it'd fall out my pocket, so you have to lock it
No.
away. But they didn't say anything about chessboards. So next time
They
we will
actually
bring a little chessboard.
They confiscate my phone at Alton Towers. We were on this ride where you lean forward.
That's because you're photographing the kids out. You weren't even on the roads.
My kids.
You're okay. Yeah.
It's that ride where you fly in and they sort of put you in that flying position.
Galactica. I did it. It was horrible.
Did you? And
Yeah.
I started filming it, and the
Really?
roller coaster stopped, and there was people that were already over this big drop, and they stopped, and they made me hand my phone over, and I had to hand my phone. I was on the right hand side. The person was collecting it on the left. I had to hand it along the line, and I was like the thinking it'd drop on the floor for one, but also I'm the tosser that stopped the ride. Anyway, I digress. What have I been up to this week, you Astrofers? I've been having ice baths. You know, I told you I bought that ice bath.
I remember, yeah.
Oh, I've been having them every day.
How they treating you?
I am loving them, Jofers. I'm getting that water down cold. It's in the back garden.
You're looking like you've got a glow about you. You're looking very
Seriously,
fresh.
I've just had a glass of cider.
What was that?
So
Sorry.
it could be that. I just had a glass of cider after the last ice bath, so maybe that was the glow.
You're completely trolled.
Yeah. But no, I mean, the ice bath's going good. Last night I had one and couldn't be bothered to... I've been going in my boxer shorts, essentially, because I can't bother to get swimming trunks and all that, and I'm going to have a hot shower after and get changed. But last night I thought, I'm just going to go in naked. Like a skinny dip ice bath.
And I should just explain for the listeners that your garden backs onto about 5 other houses that can all look into your garden.
Well, basically, it was tricky covering up to get in.
All right, mister, it's so big I can't cover it.
Getting out was no problem.
Yeah. It is crazy, and it's oh yeah,
yeah.
I think we should we're gonna have an Instagram page soon, aren't we? So I think you'll have to whack some photographic evidence on there.
Nope, they're not going on there, mate.
But now it sounds like you've had a nice relaxing, well, quite painful week.
You know, I don't find it painful anymore. I'm quite enjoying it. This all relates back to that challenge you set me of chess in an ice bath.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
You just set me on this path. I'd been having cold showers for 18 months. You've set me on the path of the ice bath.
Are we allowed to
Loving
recap on this week's challenges, or is it too soon?
I think we should go straight into this week's challenges.
Go on, let's go for it, man.
I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, how was
it's
yours
about
this
time
week?
we talk some chess. My challenge, it was interesting.
Do you want to recap what it was?
Oh, okay. So you challenged me not to touch my bishop all week.
Yep. And did we have a chess challenge as well?
No, I did. Did you set me a chess challenge? Oh, bloody hell. That was a chess... Oh, man.
Double faceted.
Yeah, so not touching your bishop for a whole week is tricky. Leads to some interesting situations, very frustrating situations. There's certain things you can't do if you don't touch your bishop. Certain moves you can't make. Strategies you have to put in place, etc., etc. But I mean, talking chess now, it was tricky. It was tricky. And the other thing with this challenge was you really messed up my chess, because my other chess, like my other account, that we haven't said how we've got on this week. So to cut a long story short, I was approaching 1,300 in my blitz.
Fair play, well done.
But then it just keeps dropping this week. I've lost a few, and you set me off on that journey because I log into the internet rather than the chess.com app. I log in as Average Joe Chess Al to take, to do these challenges. And then I hit play 5-minute game. And then I start playing, and I'm playing crap because I'm not moving the bishops. And then I look up and I realise for some reason it's logged me into my other account.
No.
And so 2 whole games I played, well, half of a game where I'd completely messed it up because I couldn't. So basically my rating in my proper account went down, as well as my Average Joe Chess Al account as well. So yeah, cheers for that, Joe.
It's hard for me. it's hard for me to feel sympathy when you've really fucked with my rapid rating recently, forcing me to play these games. Like, I feel no sympathy whatsoever. But I'm happy you have been approaching that 1300 though. It's a nice little milestone. Seems like
it's a nice milestone. I've gone up about 400 rating points over the last month or so. But your challenge you set me, what it made me think is I can't actually castle because I can't move my bishop.
Oh, you can't? Well done. Yeah, I didn't
realize.
realise.
The way I can't castle.
Yeah.
I can't afford to lose a knight. You lose a knight, you're buggered because you can't move your bishop. Mm-hmm. So I've had to try and trade off bishops without moving bishops.
Yep.
I've had to get the knights out, and when normally I'd maybe exchange them, I've had to try and keep them on the board. I've had to move the rooks pawns forward just so I can get my rooks out nice and early and get them into the action.
Yeah.
I haven't played that many games like this because of that technical hitch, but I actually won one today.
Yeah. What kind of rating was you when you won, if you don't mind me asking?
It's about 800 and somewhat on the average Joe Chess L1 because of all the challenges. But yeah, I won one. It's on Twitter. I've put the GIF of the actual game on there.
Fair play. I'll have to check that out so I can actually watch the game back. This bishopless game.
Watch it back. Not just you, Jofers. You know, Twitter's available for everybody. Anyone can watch it back.
So those images I've been posting, anyone can see them?
Yeah.
And how do you delete these images?
You can't. Once I've been retweeted.
Okay.
How did you get on with your challenge, Jofers?
Yeah, mine was equally frustrating and horrible.
It was such a
a bastard of a challenge.
I thought about it and I thought, what a shit challenge you set Joe this week. It makes no sense.
Well, not just that. Do you remember what the punishment was? You said if I lose more games than I win, I've got to bite one of my mum's hairs off or something with my teeth.
Yeah. She did text me about that.
And the funny thing is, I went downstairs the day after after the podcast, and she'd been listening to it, and she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Joe." I was like, "What is it?" She's like, "I shaved yesterday. You won't be able to do the punishment." And just so sincerely, as if that was the one thing that would stop me biting her hair out with my teeth.
But she did tell me she didn't shave her bikini line.
Exactly. So everyone's a winner. I'm so happy I lost on purpose.
So you lost. Did you lose more than you won? And you haven't done any hair?
I didn't win a single game. I genuinely didn't win a game.
I am willing to offer you my legs for hair plucking with your teeth when I see you next.
Let's do it happily. I will tear so ferociously. I want to cause you pain.
I'm going for you near me. It's just wrong on so many levels.
I don't care, man. I'm going for skin.
It was honestly happy about this, man. So what was the challenge? Recap it, because obviously not everyone will know what we're talking about. So it was the man in the canoe challenge, I believe, because you've been canoeing the week before. Mm-hmm. It was very restrictive. In what way was it restrictive, Joe?
So, to spell out the word canoe, so I couldn't use the K file, I couldn't use the A file, I couldn't use...
Did you say K?
I couldn't use the C file, I couldn't use the A file, N was for knight, so I couldn't use the knight file, no, the knight, sorry. O was for castling, I couldn't castle, and E was for the E file, so no C file, A file, E file, castling, or knight.
Not much left, is there?
I think you can move the B pawn. That was fun. I got to move the B pawn a bit. What else? I got to use the F file. It was a good F file. Very nice. And the brilliant thing about the F file is the second you move that pawn, you weaken your king and you can't castle it. So it's a great challenge. But
oh my God.
Honestly, I'm convinced you can't win a game with that above, like, I don't even know what ELO rating you'd have to be to... Because I kept plummeting and I still couldn't win. I was playing against like 400 and just getting bloody mashed up. It's hard. So I'd like to open it up to anyone else. If anyone can complete the canoe and actually win. So no C file, A file, E file, no castling, and no knights. If anyone can win above, let's say, 800 ELO, then
and
they are
post
the
it,
master.
show us, and we will treat you to something.
I'll fondle them. I'll do anything. No one's going to be able to do this. It's impossible.
And Joe will come round and pluck all the hairs that you want him to pluck with his teeth.
Oh, amen to that. Honestly, it's not doable now, genuinely. But it was a good challenge. And
terms and conditions apply.
But yeah, you'd
I'm
think
not paying for your flights, Joe, if it's someone in Australia or America or something.
I think that's fair, Al. I can't see many people taking us up on the offer, if I'm honest. But
maybe not.
Nah, next time. But yeah, you'd think that after that challenge, I'd come back at you with something hard for this week. But I've actually just given you quite a nice, simple kind of cute challenge. It's not
Aw.
that chessy. You're a very creative guy, aren't you? You like your guitar, you like a bit of drawing, you like to write some lyrics here and there, all that kind of
I
good
love
stuff.
all that stuff. Yeah, it's my thing.
So I just want you to write a jingle or a poem for Average Joe's Chess.
But we've got the best jingle ever at the start. If it's
Oh.
called a jingle.
Yeah, it's not going to replace it. It could be like a little halftime jingle. It doesn't even have to be recorded. You could kind of just, I don't know, play it for us live, or you could just read out the lyrics. You could write a poem.
beautiful.
It could be as offensive as you want towards me, the podcast, the chess industry, whatever you want.
I'm loving it.
Go
I
with
will
it.
write it, and then can I get someone else to record it? Like if I could find a pro who could
Of
record
course.
this for me.
Of course.
What a great challenge!
I remember you roll with Tupac and the boys, don't you? You're
Yeah.
quite close. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're big in this town here.
Oh, God, yeah. So, yeah, if you can get him to jump on the track, that could be pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'll get him on it. No worries. Just write down his name. How do you spell pack?
I think it's PAC.
Tupac. Yeah, no worries. I will
Perfect.
get onto that, Jofers. Love it. I've got a few ideas already.
Ooh, I look forward to it. So, hit me up. What have I got?
Your challenge. Wow, I couldn't decide between two challenges this week for you. I still haven't decided, so I just might make you do both of them.
Sounds good.
Because you're about to finish college on Wednesday, aren't you? I think Tuesday's your last day, is that correct? So you've
It
got a
is
lot more
correct.
free time, so you'll be able to use that time to do some of this. So the first one's a nice, easy one, and you might enjoy doing it. Second one also I think you'll enjoy, but the first one, it's a creative one for you this time.
Okay.
Last week's episode was sponsored by Calo Franco Photography, wasn't it? The wedding photographers who, did you say they still have availability for next year?
They have so much availability out. No one's booking us. I mean, them. No one's booking them.
It's a crying shame, man. There's got some good photography going on there. So what I want you to do is showcase Calo Franco's work by taking photographs this week of a fictional chess wedding between some of the pieces. So set up like, the king could be marrying the queen, or the king could marry the other king. Whatever you want to do is fine by me. Get some nice shots. We'll post them on our social media, whatever, and then we'll see how you get on with that. That's the first one. It's not much of a challenge.
No,
I
it's
think
cute,
it's just
though.
a bit of fun, and it'll just take up your time, and you'll be pissed off because you want to be doing other things. That
Yep.
doesn't take your photographs of chess pieces.
Thank you.
So that's the first one. And the second one, so we're trying to get you to become 2000 rated eventually in your rapid, aren't we?
We are.
Let's take a break. How are you getting on with your rapid, Jofers? Because you were stuck at 1800 for a long time. And when I say stuck, that was self-imposed, wasn't it? Because you just were scared to lose it.
Yep.
I've been taunting you, cajoling you, doing whatever I can. And eventually, as part of one of your challenges, you had to play and you dropped your 18 points, but then you regained them and you actually got a new high of 1860 something or 70 something. If I
Yeah, like 1835, I think. So not as high,
just
but
take
it's
the
still
ones
good.
I said.
Yeah,
Take the ones I said,
1870. Yeah.
What's happened in the last week? Have you just retired again, haven't you? I don't know what you're like.
I ain't touching
You have,
that.
haven't you?
yeah, I
Have you
haven't touched
retired?
it.
Oh, have you
No,
learned
no.
nothing from your
No.
counselling?
Well, you know what? It's more that I haven't had the time this week. I do want to play more rapid. I'm going to get back on top of it. But also,
Sure.
I don't know if this is a bit of a spoiler, but I've caught wind that we're going to have another national master on here. So I'm thinking if I get another
We
lesson
are.
off him, then I won't fear that 1830 anymore. So once I learned so much from Robert, this guy we're going to learn a lot from, and I'll be playing rapid left, right, and centre. I'm going to get that 2000. I can feel it.
You're such a cheapskate. I know, but the only reason you started this podcast was to get me to call up all these national masters, get them
Get
on
the
the
free
show, you
lessons
pick
in.
their brains, you get a free lesson, bit of free coaching.
It works out.
But I'm going to speak to him first and I'm going to get him to teach you a load of bullshit.
Imagine, yeah, sacrifice your queen on the first go. It's what all the pros do.
Oh, so, okay, yeah, I've completely forgot what we were talking about.
So my second challenge, you was asking me about my rapid
Second
rating.
challenge. So, yeah, your rapid rating. Eventually, we're hoping to get you up to 2000. Only laughing because why did you choose that moment to sniff your armpit?
It's a really hot day here, and I haven't showered since this morning. And
Yeah, but
just wanted
even so, you know you smell.
no, I don't. That's the thing. So I just
So
had a
if
quick
you know
sniff
you
test.
smell, well, so but you're not in there with anyone except these superhero characters on the wall.
My smell can travel through walls. Like, it's not fair on the neighbours. I was just having a quick sniff test thinking, how am I don't even know why, because I can't shower till the end of this podcast anyway. So, but thank you for calling me out on
you
it.
can't shower till the end, mate. If you shower during the podcast, I'm getting back in that ice bath.
I don't blame you.
So, yeah, we digress. Stop sniffing.
Will do.
Right. Okay. Joe, what are you doing now? I can't see your hands. I want both hands above the bottom of the screen.
Oh, you bastard.
Can you touch the mic with both hands? And that's the actual mic.
There we go.
That's it. That's good. So anyway, we want to get you up to 2,000. To be honest with you, Joe Fuzz, I want you to become a Grandmaster. So your challenge this week is to sit loads of Grandmaster norms and become... No, it's not. But we do eventually want you to become a Grandmaster. Now, I got an email through recently from, not personally to me, he sent them to everyone, but Grandmaster Avatek, I think, or Avatik, you know, the chess moods guy?
Yeah.
And he basically, he was talking about adopting somebody else's personality. And and then he talks about this book. So, for example, you have to become Magnus Carlsen. This isn't your challenge.
Okay.
But in your head, you're then Magnus. And when you play like Magnus. A bit like we've talked about when we do watching Danya's speed runs. And then when we're playing, you've got Danya's voice in your head.
Yeah.
You have to actually become that person. He recommended a book. I started reading it. It's a good book. What I'm thinking for you, Joe Fuzz, is I want you to spend the week being a Grandmaster.
It's a bit of identity fraud. I like it.
Right, so I want you to join up like Chessable forum, chess.com forums in a fake account. Don't call yourself GM, Joe, you know, whatever you choose to call yourself. But just mention, be braggy about it, how you're a Grandmaster, and just offer loads of advice on the forums.
I like that. Just absolute bollocks.
Absolute bollocks, but, you know, Grandmaster advice. Let people call you out. Let people suss out you're not really a Grandmaster.
All right, let's do it. And I can read out some of the comments and
read out the
conversations.
comments.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
love that. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
All for a bit of identity theft. When's it ever hurt anyone?
So yeah, Joe, for that challenge is sorted. And we've got a lovely game coming up that I keep calling Truth or Dare, but it's not that, is it?
It's similar. It's you've got me
Spin
thinking.
the
What is it?
bottle.
Spin the. It is.
Oh, let's have a sleepover. Ooh.
Let's do it. Oh, I'd love that. I ain't had a sleepover in weeks. So how about a cheeky game of Would You Rather?
Oh.
Shall
Hold
I
on,
be-
is that the question? Would I rather have a sleepover? Or
Would you
cheeky
rather have a
game of Would You-
sleepover or a cheeky game of Would You Rather?
Ooh, I'm going to go for the game of Would You Rather because that's what we've all planned for today.
There we
I
go.
haven't
Let's
planned
go
the
for it.
sleepover.
Can I hit you up with a good one straight off the bat?
Do it.
Okay, and all of mine are chess themed as well because apparently this is
So
a chess
am I.
podcast
So am
at
I.
times. Okay,
Is it?
So, would you rather fart every time you move your knight or shit yourself every time you get checkmated?
That's a lot of farting.
It is.
How many knight moves are in the average game, do you reckon?
Ooh, I'd
lot.
say 20 plus.
20 plus. So 20 farts a game. And Bullet, if I was playing Bullet, that's like a fart every few seconds, isn't it?
Oh, it would be pretty intense.
What sort of farts are we talking?
Short but sweet.
Yeah, not sort of any...
Not borderline.
not
Yeah, nah. Not
don't
bottom of the
underestimate them.
No,
not
no,
bottom
no.
of the barrels. No underestimated fart, just standard.
barrel. Standard. Yeah, there we go, yeah.
But the other one, shit myself.
So, yeah, only when you get checkmated. So, how often do you get checkmated?
A lot. I'm going to go for farts.
Fart every time you move your knight.
I think the checkmated one would be all right because it might help me to motivate me not to be checkmated. But it's really messy. I mean, when was the last time you shit yourself?
At least 2 months ago.
It's not nice, is it? There's a lot. Well, you live with your mum. She's going to clean you up, isn't she?
Yeah, it's not nice for her. For me, it doesn't really affect me. I just kind of go with the flow.
Mummy, wipe my body, mummy. She'll clean my pants. I know the score. I know. We've all been there. But it's... but for me, I probably have to clean my own shit up, put the stuff in the washing machine. It's going to be messy. Let's say I play 10 games in a day. I lose 6. That's a lot of shit in myself.
It's very true. It's very true.
I mean, what are you going for? Let me turn it round. Just quick one. What would you go for?
It's not your question to be asking her. It's
Hold
number
on.
one
Is
rule
this
of
from
Would You Rather.
experience?
Well, I'm going to do both pretty much, either if it's just naturally. It just happens. Go on, you hit me up with one.
Okay, so we've been talking ice baths and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also, normally, I'm pleased to say today you're wearing stuff, I hope. I mean,
I
you
am.
haven't stood up.
Yep,
But
I am.
stand up for me, Jofers. Let me sit.
Oh, God, I'm on a bloody spinny chair. That was bad. There we go.
Oh, you dirty bastard! Oh, that's disgusting.
Sorry.
So, a lot of times you record the podcast naked, don't you?
I do.
So, ice baths and naked, that's the theme here.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you rather have the ability to win every chess match as long as you play naked after shrinking your penis in an ice bath?
Okay.
And I'm talking like over the board chess here.
Right, okay.
Or win every chess match, but your male opponent is naked with his dong flubbering and flapping on the chessboard.
Oh, that one. Happily.
Really? Yeah. Do you want to play chess while somebody's flapping their dong on the chessboard?
It's the only reason I play chess. It's the only reason I signed up for this podcast, honestly. I want to get a Grandmaster blaster on here and just have some fun.
Oh, Joe, seriously. You wouldn't. What's wrong with just playing naked? Embrace your nakedness.
Well, you said that it would shrink as well because of the cold. And what if it shrank
It
to
would.
something like 14 inches or something? That'd be so embarrassing. It'd be awful.
Oh, okay, hit me up, Joe. That was a good one.
All right, let's
Good
have a
answer,
little
I
look.
mean. Question
So,
wasn't that good. Answer was good.
Do you want funny or very chessy? Or
Anything. Just,
all right.
I'm ready for it all, Joe.
okay, would you rather have the ability of a grandmaster or the social skills of someone who has never played chess?
Grandmaster.
Really?
Well, I don't know what this social skills bit involves. I'm not very sociable in that way. I
Being
can't
able-
be arsed, though.
Being able
don't
to
want- I'm-
talk with strangers, talk to
I
women.
can do that anyway, but let's say I couldn't.
Imagine.
Let's say I could. I'm so good at talking to strangers.
You are good, but you're not very good
I
at
am
chess.
good at stranger talk.
You're not a chess grandmaster, are you?
I'm not, and I'd like to try that for once. I'd like to have a go at being a grandmaster.
All right, so we're gonna
Talking
go
to strangers,
grandmaster?
I can do no probs. I'm not bothered whatsoever. Talk to anybody, but yeah,
Out of
No,
curiosity,
grandmaster.
do you think it's a bit of a stigma and a bit of a negative stereotype that us chess players have poor social skills? I think we're all right.
I'd ask someone, but I don't know anyone to ask.
Yeah,
So it's
very
just
good point.
my opinion only. No, I think we're all right, Joe. I mean,
Nah.
we're managing to talk bollocks for 45 minutes every Sunday night, aren't we?
But you are my uncle, and I've known you all my life, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, it's true. But...
On that note, Al, hit me up with another one.
Yeah, you want to chat? You want to? I nearly said a challenge. You want a would you rather for you? Okay, I've got another couple. Okay, this one. Last week you said, how did your dinner party go anyway? You know that dinner party with Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong, Berlusconi, and who was the other one? Like Robin Mugabe, or I can't even remember now.
No,
It's
it
not-
was Tammy.
Was it not?
Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette, the Robin Mugabe of the South. Yeah, it was a decent dinner party. You know,
good.
Donkey
Nice.
Kong was very civilized. Berlusconi was his usual fun self. Tammy Wynette was there. It was
Yeah.
lovely. It was lovely.
Nice. I'm really sorry I missed that.
It was very sophisticated.
So, would you rather, and that's referring to last week, isn't it, Jofers, where we
It is.
had to have our perfect dinner party with 3 chess guests, 3 non-chess guests, and yours were all dead and fictional. So, would you rather play a game of chess doubles for a big cash prize, let's say, I don't know, 10 grand,
Yep.
with Donkey Kong on your side, or against a team with Donkey Kong in it?
Oh, Donkey Kong's my boy. He's on my side, Al.
But he can't play chess, can he? Can Donkey Kong play chess?
I'm sorry, Al. Have you ever asked him? Have you ever took the time to actually ask him if he plays chess?
What about the size of his hands, man, or whatever Donkey Kongs have, paws, whatever they are? How can he even move pieces?
What else is he going to do with those hands? And only PC answers.
How can he hit the clock even? How can I don't know. So you'd rather have Donkey Kong if it's not on your team? I guess it could be violent. You could get hit a lot.
See, this is a common misconception. I don't think Donkey Kong's that violent. I think he's misunderstood. We should get him on the podcast. Let's ask him. He's the only one who knows the answers to these questions. Let's get him on. Grandmaster Kong.
You are bordering on delusional, just slightly.
It's another facet to this ongoing therapy we've been doing every week
Yeah.
in the podcast.
I only mean delusional because there's no way Donkey Kong would come on this podcast. He'd
Yeah,
not be
we're
up for
never
that.
going to get him on, are we?
He's got a busy schedule.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. Maybe we'll start off with like Princess Peach or something. Get the male audience hooked. Yeah.
Go for it, Joe. First, give me one then.
All right. Let me have a little look at my notes. Give me 2 seconds. So, okay. Would you rather never play chess again or never eat Italian food again?
Oh, I'd rather never eat Italian food again.
You're kidding?
No, I'm
You'd
serious.
give up your pizza and your pasta and your whatever else there is.
That's how much. That's how much chess means to me, Jophers.
I love that. I love that. And
I mean, I could easily go with that. I mean, I do love pizza. I love making it. I love eating it. I love doing lots of things with it that I'm not even going to tell you about right now. But pasta, I love my pasta. I love pasta, but
I'm starting to think the last few pizzas you've made for me have been extra salty, and I'm kind of second guessing everything. In fact, I've got one more would you rather out, and I think this one's quite a good one. That
hold on, Jophers. Never second guess anything. You just don't know. Go on then. Give me another one. Give me another one.
So this one, I'd actually like to ask some grandmasters and whatnot if we do get them on, and national masters, etc. So, would you rather be able to memorize every single chess opening or every single chess endgame?
Oh,
it's a good question, I thought. I like that.
That is a proper serious question, isn't it? So every opening...
It's not funny, so if people are here for comedy, turn off now, but it's interesting.
If you're here for chess, mind you, I'd also turn off now because... what do we know?
Exactly.
So, every opening would be very useful because maybe it wouldn't even need to get to end games because my opening theory would be so good I'd just be smashing them before the middle game. So I think that would be more useful. But on the other hand, surely chess would just become really boring for me.
In which case? Both cases.
No, openings, end games. I mean, I could have a lot of fun in the opening and the middle game, knowing that my end game is going to be superb, and if I can get them that far, I'm going to win it. So I can have fun. I can mess around. I mean, you made me think there. What does Magnus? I mean, Magnus has got a pretty good memory.
He's
for
the
these
end game
things.
Pro, and he's known for
and
his
the
end
openings.
games.
I've seen him where they've talked to him about like what's this opening, what's a shot, and he knows so much, man. Do you think chess would be boring for him?
You know what? I thought maybe he might be getting bored of it recently. You know, when he was just doing really mad openings and he was missing tournaments and this and that. But I think he's back in it. I've seen that he's been playing currently, and he's in some kind of tournament. So you'll have to catch up on how he's been getting on. There's another tournament going on as well, isn't there?
There is a women's championship. But Joe, you just don't want to hear my last would you rather, do you? You're scared?
Oh, go on. No, I am a little bit worried. Go on, hit me.
Okay. Actually, before we do that, I just want to ask you, last week, as part of the challenge, we were talking about sexting the clergy, and you were supposed to email the Pope. I even sent you the Pope's email address. Did you actually get around to doing it?
I didn't. Let me do it tonight.
What?
And I'm sorry, Al. It's I just wasn't sure if he'd reciprocate my love, so I guess just my weak heart got the better of me. I am scared.
Send the Pope a dirty email, Joe, and read it out next week. I feel like I just want to... It might help your chess.
I just think I'm a bit too old for him. He won't like me. But yeah, maybe for next week. We'll see.
Okay, so would you rather, Joe? It's a bit of a long one here, so bear with me. You're going to have to try and remember all this.
Okay.
Would you rather meet a time-travelling bald guy, go back in time, collect famous chess players, bring them back to the present with you in a dirty phone box that a few rough sleepers in Birmingham have pissed in, for a tournament at your college, which helps you avoid going to military school and leads to the formation of a perfect society based on your chess teachings and philosophies? Or, God, I just made all that up. Or be a small-time chess player who gets chosen to take on the undefeated world champion after his opponent is injured, train with me by chasing wild birds dressed in chess piece costumes and aggressively punching life-size chess pieces strung up in a warehouse, marry my sister and eventually win, who also happens to be your mum, I realise now, and eventually win and defend the title on a number of occasions before losing everything again after going down a path of vengeance, and we all know how vengeful you are. Eventually opening a chess-themed restaurant and then once again training and playing chess again.
Oh, wow.
I'm not going to say all that again, but you know
What
what?
was the
They could
first one
turn that into movies. Shut up.
They're really good. That was amazing. Al. That was something else.
Which one?
You know what? It's took me by surprise just how beautifully poetic that was. But I'm going to go with the second one because I've always wanted to open up a restaurant. And once you can look past the fact that I'd have to marry my own mother, which is it's a little bit sketchy. But I am Sicilian, so anyone who's
It's a little
against
bit
it is a
Sicilian.
racist.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So if you got a problem with it, then very clearly.
So you don't want to travel
uncultured.
back in time and like
I
meet
would,
all
but-
these chess players? Is it because they're like rough sleepers have pissed in the phone box?
There is that, and also the whole. I'm not good with roller coasters, so traveling through a time warp or something. It's not going to be peaceful, is it? It's going to be rough.
That's going to be nasty for you.
It's not going to be nice. If I piss myself on Oblivion at Alton Towers, then traveling through a black hole or something ain't going to be pretty.
But it's another virginity you could lose.
It is, and that's a good point. Okay. No, I'm still going with the second one. Open up a restaurant.
fancy
When do you
that?
ever? Yeah, when do you get the chance to actually open a restaurant? Anyone can time travel, probably, but open up a restaurant. That's for a
Opening
select
a restaurant, not just a chess themed restaurant.
few. Oh wow, I think that would be really good. I like that.
Be the dream, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
you can have all
You
the
and-
forks, which is a
You
nice
and
little
your mother wife could could work there together.
Oh, it's the dream. Let's make it happen.
Okay, and I'm looking forward to training you. This is going to be so much fun. I've got plans. You're coming down here for a week, aren't you? In the summer.
Well, I'm going to have to escape the authorities now that I'm married to my mum. So yeah, I'll have to come back. And,
We'll make this dream a reality. For
yeah,
you.
let's do it.
I've
I'll
got
come down
training
yours.
planned.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, so before we went over that ridiculous scenario there.
That's sickening hypothetical.
Oh, God. You did mention something about women's chess championships, didn't you? And that's
did.
going on at the moment. That's some world chess news. And
You've been
we
watching
actually
it?
sound like we know stuff. No, but I didn't watch the men's one either, so I don't feel bad about this. I'm
Consistency.
I'm not into watching chess too much. You know, I watch the
fair
odd
enough.
game here and there. I'm a player, not a watcher, Joe.
Yeah,
What about
it's
you?
So no, I haven't been watching it if I'm honest, purely because I didn't know it was going on, and I've just had a busy week. But it's I'm the same as you. It's I'd love to watch it, and I will watch the recap. I think because there's so many strong female grandmasters out there. So it'd be
I'll save you the trouble, mate. I think the 4 matches in, and they've all been draws so far.
Yeah, fuck it, I ain't gonna watch it. This is
Yes. It's just draws.
but that's just grandmasters in general, and they love a good draw.
Oh, what is the point of that?
I really don't get it.
Well,
But,
half a point, isn't it? You get half a point for a draw.
I think they're so scared of losing, which is fair enough because but yeah, it's not for me. I do think watching chess is I don't know, it's an art that I don't really understand.
But you do watch it. I mean, you watched the men's one, didn't you? You rushed home to watch the last match and
Yeah, I don't understand it.
almost got divorced from your girlfriend, who at the
worth it. It
time
was a
wasn't
really
your
good game.
mom.
It was how things change. But I think I will watch the women's one. It's
I think you should.
I think I will, and we can recap on it next week maybe.
Okay,
do a
it's on for the
do a
rest.
women's themed Would You Rather, but not sexual because that'll be really just.
Yeah, because this week's wasn't sexual at all, was it? Talking about your mom.
No, it really wasn't. I enjoyed the Would You Rathers though. I think hit me up with a few more next week if you don't mind.
I will. And also, Joe, as I wanted to say, on the theme of women in chess, I mean, we could get all political here and talk about FIDE and how they didn't really promote this, how they've promoted attractive women, yet they haven't, they've promoted attractive women in chess, or talked about attractiveness of women, and yet they haven't mentioned the attractiveness of the crew and cast of the Average Joe's Chess podcast, who now are even on IMDb, maybe because I put us on there, but they haven't mentioned us at all.
It's disgusting, isn't it? And obviously, our massive sex appeal.
Yeah.
We've got the biggest sex appeal out there. It's we are bringing so many eyes towards chess right now with our faceless podcast.
Yeah. And also, I mean, moving on from that, but still women in chess, I've got some information for you about Sicilian women in chess. And I know we like to talk Sicily a bit. Did you know that while I was doing a bit of research for this, and when I say a bit, I mean literally one Wikipedia page in 2 minutes, but
Nice.
apparently the first person to learn chess in Sicily was a woman called Macalda di Scaletta. Macalda di Scaletta. She played chess, and historical evidence suggests she was probably the first person in Sicily who learned to play chess.
You're kidding?
And
That's actually Yeah.
I was about to say, I'd probably guess the only person in Sicily to have ever learned to play chess as well.
Probably. They're still protesting that it's a horse and not a donkey. They're they're not happy.
But just also on the incest theme, this woman was a Sicilian baroness and lady in waiting, and she was noted for her unscrupulous political conduct, inclination to betray marriage, her promiscuous sexual habits, and even having, and this is Wikipedia, it says, even having a brush with suspicions of incest.
Oh, well, let's get her on.
She tended
is what
to
this
be,
podcast needs.
she was a degenerate into an exhibitionism veined with nymphomania. Who wrote this shit anyway?
Mum, is that you? We're definitely related to this person now.
Oh, and that's our coverage of women in chess. That's all we
There
know. I think we can do better, Joe. We can do better. Let's try again next week if there is another podcast and we're not cancelled. Yeah. Who would cancel us anyway?
How was that subscription to? What's it called? Oh, you know what? It's gone now. I had a joke, but my mind ain't working.
No, that's all right. Joke probably wouldn't have been funny. It's fine.
I'll edit that bit out. It'll be fine. But yes, and the beauty of being able to edit out all your unfunny jokes. Imagine having that in real life as well.
You know what? I don't think I should trust you to edit the podcast. So far, you've been quite kind, but you could just edit loads of my. I don't even want. No. Forget I'm talking about this. I reckon we're getting to the end of this now, aren't we?
I think we are. And we've already told people that coming up, we've got a really interesting interview, possibly next week or the week after, with a international master. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah,
and you've just turned him into an international master because he's a national master.
Oh, why are we even getting him on now? Absolute amateur.
Even getting people on this show just boosts them up the rankings. It's amazing.
It's the effect these average Joes have. But he seems like a really cool guy, really good chess player as well. So I'm buzzing for that. But on that note, shall we head off, Al? Enjoy our weekend? No. I want to know what you've been exceptionally loving. We're exceptional lovers. Come on. That, Al.
What you've been exceptionally loving?
Sorry.
We can't leave people without knowing what we've been exceptionally loving this week.
You know what? I have been exceptionally loving the future, because in a week or so I'm going to be breaking up for the summer term. I've got 6 weeks off. I'm just going to do sweet fuck all. I'm going to do nothing with my life and just enjoy every second of it. I can't wait. What
about the themed restaurant and all that? You're ditching your
themed
plans
restaurant
already?
Yeah, so themed restaurant and general incest. Just it's going to be an event for summer.
You're exceptionally loving the future. Is that possible? To exceptionally love something you haven't yet experienced.
My mind is too small and too simple to be going into
exceptionally loving the dream. No, it's just you've upset me because you didn't want to travel into the past and exceptionally love the past and collect all these chess players, but you're exceptionally loving the future. I don't know.
It's a very good question, Al. I'll answer you in the next podcast.
Okay, then you won't. Right, so I haven't been exceptionally loving much. I've been exceptionally loving the ice baths. What I exceptionally loved, actually, was Saturday morning. I woke up to a text saying, "Let's take the kids to breakfast."
Okay.
And, that's my kids.
Okay.
And I knew the person texting me as well, so all is good. And we went to this vegan cafe in Luton called Monstera. And I've been there once before, but oh my God, it is good.
Yeah, what do you have?
I'm going to let you treat me to a Monstera breakfast when you come down here.
Let's do it, Al.
What did I have? I had my breakfast, which was lunch because it was a bit late in the day. So I had this lovely, whatever it was, I don't know. I don't even know what it was. I ate it. It was lovely. And then both my kids couldn't finish theirs, so I ate theirs.
Oh, lucky man.
And then Andrea couldn't finish hers, so I ate hers. So I ended up eating so much food, so much vegan breakfast. It was amazing. It set me up for about an hour or two. It was out of this world. It was great. Great food.
This is why I'm just annoyed that I only know fat bastards who never leave food. I never get to finish up.
Oh, Jofers, yeah, man. It was good. It was good.
Right.
So that's it.
I will treat you to one of those meals when I do come down to H-Town.
Will you?
Summer. I will.
This is on record until you edit it out. You realise that?
I have the power to edit it.
Oh, man. Yeah, let's leave it there. And as we said at the start, or at least I said at the start, if you've made it this far in, potentially you might like what you've heard. And I'm not talking about you, Joe, first. I'm talking about anybody else listening. Just, follow us, rate, do whatever you can do. I don't know.
You hear that, Mum and Grandma? Give us a follow.
Oh, you know what? We're finishing, but there's something else I wanted to cover just very quickly.
Oh, go on.
It's the start of the Premier League again, isn't it? We can start picking our teams. And last season, I do believe I've written down what episode. Episode 5 was when we discussed how you threw the championship away.
It was.
At the last minute. And this week, the current champion has chosen that we're going to have guitar-themed team names, hasn't he? So I'm going with Eddie Van Haaland.
I like that.
And we haven't heard from you who you're going with. You could tell us next time. But the guy that won it, who also happens to be the guy that likes to hit you around the head in Kung Fu and stuff at times, he's recorded you a message. So why don't we just play out with that?
Yeah, let's have a little listen.
Hey Joe, you're going to be picking your players soon for this season's fantasy football team. I hope you have had time to reflect over the last few months about how you threw away the title due to your womanizing. Fantasy football and chess both require a well thought out strategy. While thinking about how to move your bishop is a good thing, you shouldn't be thinking about making bishop moves when you have a team to pick. It costs you dearly, my friend. Good luck and pick wisely.